Good evening. Welcome to yoga. My name is Danielle. I want to thank you for joining me for this live stream Comeback Yoga class. Comeback Yoga is a great organization that is a nonprofit that meets vets where they're at, and that means providing classes to you at home. This is a level 2 class, and there's not much difference in intensity between the classes, so the difference kind of lies in the instruction. You might hear less instruction for the poses in a level 2 class. If you've ever taken a class with me, you know that I always cue 2 yoga blocks and a yoga strap for every practice. And if you don't have those things on hand, you can use what you have available at home. You can use couch pillows. You can use bed pillows. If we're using the blocks to pad the joints, instead of a yoga strap, you can use a necktie, a belt, a towel. And I'll cue the props. You'll more than likely see me practice with the props, but you don't have to use them. They're just there to make the practice more accessible if you need. This might feel like a typical yoga class that you've taken before, but comeback yoga classes are taught from a trauma-informed perspective. And what that really means is, again, the difference lies in the instruction. And also in little tools that we kind of use. For example, I'd like you to take a look around and just start to notice what's around your space. And then notice where the exits are to your space. And if there's something that you can do to make yourself even 10% more comfortable, I want you to do that now. So maybe that means turning your yoga mat to face your exit, or having your phone handy, but maybe putting the phone face down so it doesn't distract you as we move and practice. And so now that we're nice and oriented to our space, we're going to get started in a child's pose. So come to hands and knees, big your big toes together. Knees go to the edge of the mat, hips to heels, and then forehead down either to the floor, to one of your props, or you can do what I like to do. Make a little pillow out of your forearms and rest your forehead there. Begin to notice how you're breathing this evening. Just notice your inhales and notice your exhales. And if your breath is coming in a bit short or ragged, start to slow it down. And then begin to deepen your breath. Take a slow, steady inhale through your nose, fill your lungs, the back of your heart with air. And then open up your mouth and sigh all of your air out. Do another like that. Inhale, fill up to the top. And exhale, sigh it out. From here, work on finding a rhythm to your breath that you can maintain for the rest of class. Keep the slow and the steady inhales and use your exhales to empty out entirely. Soften your muscles, the hinge of your jaw. Scan your body from head to toe. And just take note of any areas that feel tight, tense, or sore. Be mindful of those areas as we begin to move and practice. Take one more deep breath in, fill up to the top. Stay for that exhale, sigh it out. Take a look up at your hands. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Bring your forehead down to the floor. And think about pressing your left hip towards your left heel. Can you find some length on your left side rib cage? Good. Take an inhale. On the exhale, come through center all the way over to the side, forehead down. Think about pinning your right hip towards your right heel. And can you expand your right rib cage with your breath? Take one more deep breath here. Slowly on the exhale, walk your hands back to center, and we'll press up to hands and knees to find tabletop. So tabletop is a neutral spine. Stack your shoulders over your wrist, your hips over your knees, and on your next inhale, it's cow pose. Belly lowers and gaze goes forward. On your exhale, it's cat. Round your spine and take your gaze down. Good. Do another like that. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine for cat. Start to take these movements on your own breath. Feel free to stay a bit longer in one of the postures if it gives your spine a good stretch. And if you don't want to stay with the cat-cow breaths, you can take other movements to open up. Sometimes it feels nice to circle your hips or look over your shoulders. And just go where your body wants to go. If you find a tight spot, stay there for a few breaths. Work it out. And then wherever you are, slowly come back to center, and you'll reach the right leg long. Keep the toes curled down on the floor and shift back and forth a few times. Good. You're going to take your leg, cross it over to the left. Toes are still down. Look over your left shoulder. Bring your gaze to your big toe. Good. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, bring your leg back to center and bring your knee down to the floor. Good. Left leg long. Toes stay curled. Shift back and forth. Take your leg, cross it over to the right, toes still down. Look over your right shoulder, bring your gaze to your big toe. You take an inhale here as we hold. And on your exhale, bring your left leg back to center, left knee comes down. Good. Do a round of your cat-cow. Let that go. When you come back to tabletop, we'll find our first downward facing dog. Curl your toes, send your hips high, and press your thighs back. It might feel nice to ease into this first one with movement. Walk your dog, sway your hips, and really try to relax your neck. Nod your head yes a few times, shake it no. Allow the crown of your head to be heavy. And then start to walk your hands back towards your feet so that you're at the back of your mat. Keep a soft bend to your knees, enough to either bring your hands down to the floor or hands can reach up and grab for opposite elbows. You can do this pose in stillness. You can add movement by swaying side to side. And start to shift the weight back and forth between your feet. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor if they're not there already. Keep that bend to your knees and roll up to standing slowly. One vertebrae at a time. Neck and head are the last to come up. And then we're going to meet at the top of the mat and find our mountain pose. So feet will be hip-width distance apart. Gaze can be forward. And rest your hands down by your side. On your next inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. On your exhale, soft bend to your knees as you fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Come back to that tabletop, flat back. And then exhale, fold over your legs and release. Inhale your arms up and overhead. And exhale your hands to your heart. So we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, draw a circle with your hands. Exhale, soft bend to your knees as you fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, draw a straight line to your heart. Good. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands to your heart. So we'll just add on and pick up the pace. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, soft bend to your knees as you fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold over your legs. Good. Now, I want you to plant your palms and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank and pause here. On your exhale, we're going to come down to the mat. You can always bring the knees down first. Everything comes to the floor. Tops of the feet are flat. Inhale to a baby cobra. Lift up your chest, roll your shoulder heads back. And then exhale your chest to the floor. Press up through hands and knees. Find your downward facing dog. Good. Take an inhale here as we hold. Stay for the exhale. Let it go. Inhale, come up high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. And exhale, take tiny little steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. And then exhale, soft bend to your knees as you fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, fold and release. Plant your palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift to plank and pause. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Tops of the feet are flat. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift up your chest. Loop your shoulders at the top. Exhale, come down. Press up through hands and knees or plank. Find your downward facing dog. Take an inhale here as we hold. Stay for your exhale. Let it go. Inhale, come up high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, hinge and fold. We'll do one more round. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift slightly forward on your toes. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway through chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Good. Take an inhale here as we hold. Stay for that exhale. Let it go. Inhale, come up high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale your hands to your shins. Exhale to fold over your legs. Inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. Exhale your hands to your heart. We're going to come into a chair pose. So just to see it from this view, feet are hip-width distance apart, and you're going to sit your hips down low and reach your fingers forward, okay? So then from the side view, shift all of your weight to the heels of your feet, and if it's okay on your shoulders, align your triceps with your ears. Good. Take an inhale, come a bit deeper if you can, and then exhale, fold and release. Inhale your arms, or inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale and reach your right leg high and back. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Hold, hover, and round your spine like you would in cat pose. Inhale your right leg high and back. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, right leg high and back. Exhale, knee to chest, look forward, right foot to right thumb lunge. And then drop your back heel down and come up to a warrior one. Good. Once you get up, I want you to adjust your stance. Wheel your right foot to the edge of your mat, so the pinky edge of your back foot down, and then take your gaze forward. So we're going to add a little pulse here, a little movement. On your inhale, bring your hands to your heart and your knee up to your chest. Good. Get your stability. And then on your exhale, interlace your fingers behind your hamstring. Straighten your leg any amount. Inhale, hands to heart, knee to chest. And then exhale, step it back, warrior one. So let's do that again a little faster. Inhales, hand to heart, knee to chest, and pause. Exhale, start to straighten your left leg. Maybe you reach your fingertips up. You can always interlace behind your hamstring. Inhale, hands to heart, knee to chest. Exhale, step it back, warrior one. One more time. Inhale, hands to heart, knee to chest. Exhale, find extension. Inhale, hands to heart, knee to chest. Exhale, step it back, warrior one. Inhale, settle down into your warrior one. And then exhale, bring your hands to the inside of your front foot. Start to pivot your toes until they're turning to the edge of your mat. And then start to bend into your knees for Skandasana. Back and forth on your own rhythm. You can go slow here and use the movement to check in with how your low back and hips are doing. The next time that you're bent into your front knee, pause and walk your hands at the top of the mat. Pivot your feet until you're in your lunge. Right leg to plank. Good. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, your back bend, offer your heart. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Inhale and breathe your left leg high and back. Exhale, knee to chest, hold, hover, and round your spine. Inhale, left leg high and back. Exhale, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, left leg high and back. Exhale, knee to chest, look forward, left foot to left thumb lunge. Back heel drops. Come on up, warrior one. Take a moment to adjust your stance before we do anything. Can you press your right hip forward as you press your left hip back? And then take your gaze forward, press down into your feet. Inhale, hand to heart, knee to chest, pause and get your balance. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your hamstring for this first one and lengthen. Inhale, hands to heart, knee to chest. Exhale, step it back, warrior one. Let's do that again. Inhale, hand to heart, knee to chest. Exhale, find extension. Inhale, hands to heart, knee to chest. Exhale, step it back, warrior one. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart, knee to chest. Exhale, step it back, warrior one. Inhale as you settle. Exhale, bring your hands to inside of your front foot. And then you're going to walk all of your 10 toes to the right edge of your mat. I'm turning around so you can see me. As soon as you get there, tense your fingertips, lift up halfway. Take an inhale, and then exhale, fold over your legs. You might want a block underneath your hands here, especially if the backs of your legs feel tight. Shift all of your weight to the ball mounds of your feet. Send your tailbone high and allow the crown of your head to be heavy. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk to the top of the mat and pivot your feet. You're in your lunge. Good. Plant your hands left leg to plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, your back bend. And then exhale, find downward facing dog. And take an inhale here as we hold. Stay for the exhale, let it go. Inhale, come up high in your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Okay, so we'll come back to that chair pose. Feet hip-width distance apart. Sit down into your hips. Fingers reach forward, or maybe triceps align with ears. This time we'll add a little pulse. Cross your thumbs in front of you. Inhale, straighten your legs and splash up. Exhale, sweep your hands to the back of your mat and bow. Good, let's do it again. Inhale through chair all the way up. Exhale, sweep and bow. Good, inhale. And exhale. Inhale through chair all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through chair, pause. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale to fold. Plant your palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale and reach right leg high and back. Exhale, knee to chest, look forward, right foot to right thumb lunge. Good. Now you can tense your left fingertips, or you can bring your hand to a prop to bring the floor closer to you. Inhale, reach your right arm open for a twist. Exhale your right hand down to the floor. Then inhale, back knee lowers, back foot's flat. Exhale, come up to a low lunge. Good. Arms are up and overhead. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward and roll your shoulders back. And then exhale, it's right elbow on top of left. Shoulders get a squeeze, or palms come together for eagle arms. Inhale, start to lift your shoulders up. Exhale, take your gaze up to the ceiling. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, undo the cross of your arms, low lunge. Good. Reframe your foot with your hands. Lift the left leg to lunge. Shoot your right leg to plank. You can go through that flow, or you can skip it and press back to down dog. At this point, we're pretty warm. So if you need to skip a flow, know you can always meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale and reach, left leg high and back. Exhale, knee to chest, look forward, left foot to left thumb lunge. Tense your right fingertips or hand to block. Inhale, left arm open for a twist. Exhale, right hand comes down. Back knee lowers, back foot's flat. Inhale, low lunge. And then exhale, let your hips scoop forward. Good. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, left elbow on top of right. Shoulders get a squeeze or palms together, eagle arms. Lift your elbows up. Relax your shoulder heads down. Good. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, return to center and undo the cross of your arms, low lunge. Good. Inhale here as we hold. Exhale, sweep down. Curl your right toes, lift up lunge. Plant your hands, send your left leg to plank. Go through that flow or press back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to do that again and add on at the end. Inhale and reach right leg high and back. Exhale, knee to chest, look forward, right foot to right thumb lunge. Back knee lowers. This time, keep your toes curled. And inhale, come up, low lunge. Exhale, adjust your stance, press down firmly into your feet. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward, roll your shoulders back. And then exhale, right elbow on top of left, shoulders get a squeeze or palms together, eagle arms. Inhale, lift up your shoulders. Exhale, take your gaze up. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, you're going to lift your left knee up into a high lunge. Inhale, undo the cross of your arms. And then exhale, adjust your stance for crescent warrior. Good. Walk your feet wide to the edge of the mat. Back heel's lifted. It's light and it's springy. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, sweep down, reframe your foot. Right leg to plank. Flow it out or press back, down dog. Inhale and reach your left leg high and back. Exhale, knee to chest, look forward, left foot to left thumb lunge. Inhale, twist your left arm open. Exhale, left hand down. Back knee lowers, toes stay curled. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, adjust your stance. Good. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward. Exhale, left elbow on top of right, shoulders get a squeeze or palms touch. Start to lift the elbows up, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, take your gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, come back to center. Good. Press down into your right foot, and on your inhale, come up to a high lunge. And on your exhale, undo the cross of your arms, crescent warrior. Good. Nice deep breath as we hold it here. And then exhale, reframe your foot, left leg to plank. Good. Go through that flow or press back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale here as we hold. And on your exhale, come down to hands and knees. Take a well-deserved child's pose. Big toes touch, knees go wide. Send your hips toward your heels. Your forehead can rest down to the floor, to a prop, or make that little pillow with your forearms. Take a few rounds of breath to reground and reconnect. If the breath is coming in fast, start to slow it down. And then begin to deepen. Slow, steady inhales to fill up. Full, complete exhales to let go. Good. Take one more deep breath in. Fill your lungs, the back of your heart with air. Stay for your exhale. Let it go. Good. Come into tabletop. Find your downward facing dog. Take an inhale here as we hold. Stay for your exhale. Let it go. Inhale, come up high on your toes. Bend your knees. Look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale your arms up and overhead. And exhale your hands to your heart. Okay, we're going to come back into chair pose. Feet hip-width distance apart. Sit into your hips, weight in the heels. You can bring your hands forward or align triceps with ears. Good. And then you're going to bring your hands to your heart and hover your right knee in front of you. Get your balance, get your sturdiness. You've done this before. Good. And then send your right leg back into an airplane. There's a soft micro bend to your left knee. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. Reach your fingers and your toes back and shine the crown of your head forward. Take an inhale. And exhale, come back to chair. Good. Inhale as we settle. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Get a nice bend to your knees. Take your two-piece fingers and circle grip your big toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, use the strength of your arms to hinge forward. Elbows flare out, tailbone is high. Crown of the head is heavy. And you bend your knees as much as you need to here. There might be a micro bend. There might be a very generous bend. Good. Take one more inhale. And on your exhale, release your toes. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale to fold over your legs. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, sit down into your hips, chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart. This time, you'll hover the left knee in front of you. Get your balance, and then send it back, airplane pose. Good. Soft micro bend to your right knee. Left toes point down towards the mat. Shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other. Crown of the head is going to reach towards the front of your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back chair. Good. Inhale as we settle. Exhale, fold and release. This time, bend your knees as much as you need to slide the palms of your hands underneath your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, use the strength of your arms to hinge forward. If you did manage to Bring your toes up to your wrist creases. Give your wrists a little massage. They're kind of the victims of modern technology because we're always typing and texting. Give them a little love. You'll take one more inhale. And then exhale, release the palms of your hands. Now bend your right knee, plant your right hand down to the floor or to a prop, and twist your left arm open. Good, come back to center, bend your left knee. Twist your right arm open. Come back to center, and then inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold over your legs. Plant your palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high on your toes, shift to plank, and pause. Exhale, hips high, thighs back, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale to plank, pause there. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift to plank, pause, and then exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Good. You can rest a cheek down to the mat and your hands down by your side. And all you have to do right now is breathe. Tune into the rise and the fall of your breath underneath you. And then bring your forehead or your chin to center. Your hands will be down by your hips, but the palms of your hands press down into the floor. On your next inhale, lift your forehead, your chin, and your chest. On your exhale, lift your feet and your hands. Good. Once again, fingers and toes reach back. Shoulder blades move in towards each other. Chest lifts up. And then slowly come on down. Left cheek to the mat, hands by side. Breathe. Forehead or chin comes to center. We're going to interlace fingers at the small of the back for this next one. This is where you can use your yoga strap or whatever prop you have available. You'll take a grip on it with your thumbs facing out. Or, if it's okay on your shoulder joints, you'll interlace your fingers at the small of your back. Inhale, lift your forehead, chin, and chest. Exhale, lift your feet and begin to move your knuckles away from your low back. One more inhale. Exhale, everything down, right cheek to the floor. Rest your hands by your side. Breathe. Forehead comes to center. Legs and feet go wide to the edge of the mat. Arms out to the side like a T. On your next inhale, lift your forehead, chin, and chest. On your exhale, lift your hands and your feet. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. And toes are going to reach back as fingers reach away. Chest lifts. Exhale everything down. Make a little pillow out of your forearms. Rest your forehead on your pillow. It might feel nice to bend your knees and move your feet back and forth. Then bring your forearms wide to the edge of your mat. Right cheek will come down. Left knee is going to bend and roll slightly off your mat. Sole of the foot and the shin stay flat. And we're using the floor as our prop. And it's just going to gently open up your left hip. And since you're lying on your belly, you can feel your breath. When you inhale, your belly rises. When you exhale, your belly relaxes. So let that be something your mind can attach to so you can stay connected to the rhythm of your breath.
Good. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, straighten the left leg back to meet the right.
Left cheek down, right knee bends, roll slightly off the mat. Sole of the foot and the shins stay flat. Tune into the rise and the fall of your breath underneath you. Know that your only job right now is to breathe. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, straighten the right leg back to meet the left. Bring your forehead or chin to center and slide your hands to your side. Press up through hands and knees. Take a seat and give your legs a little shake. We're going to take a straddle pose. So you're going to bring your legs wide like a V shape. And then take your hands behind your hips, lift up just a little. And when you come down, you might be able to open up a bit further. And then tense your fingertips on either side of your hips to get a nice tall spine. That means pressing your sitting bones down into the mat and reaching the crown of your head up. Good. Now this might be where your work lies, just keeping a tall spine and getting that stretch to the inside and the back of your legs. But if you want to deepen, you can start to hinge forward and walk your fingertips forward. This is where props really come in handy. You can place props underneath your forearms here, especially if coming down to your forearms doesn't feel accessible. So you can see I can do it, but I don't think I could hold it without it hurting a little. So props it is. Flex your toes towards your knees so that you're not only getting a stretch to the backs of your legs, but to your calf muscle and the arches of your feet. Notice where you're holding your stress this evening. Is it the back of your neck? Is it the space between your shoulders? Is it your low back or your hips? Wherever that tension is, can you soften as we hold the pose? One more inhale. And then on your exhale, start to walk your fingertips back and lift up your chest if you did fold forward. And when you come up, you can bring your legs together, give them a little shake, or maybe even windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Good. So we'll come down to our back from here and we're going to stay. But before you get situated, take your blocks about halfway to the middle of your mat here where your knees are going to land when you come down to the floor. And when you get all the way down, take a nice good morning stretch. Reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes. Circle out your wrists and circle out your ankles. Then bring your hands down by your side, bend your knees and bring your feet flat. Soles of the feet together, knees fall open wide. Recline butterfly pose. Now, the blocks are there or your props are there to support your knees if your low back and your hips feel tight. If you don't need props, you certainly do not have to use them. They're just there to make the pose more accessible. And you can rest your hands wherever they're comfortable. I like to take my hands to my belly, below my belly button in this one, so that I can feel my breath and stay grounded. When you inhale, belly rises underneath your hands. When you exhale, belly lowers and moves away from your hands. Take your hands to the outside of your knees. Gently close your knees together. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Give your low back a little massage. Arms come out to the side like a T. Knees drop over to the left for a twist. And your gaze starts up at the ceiling and it can stay there, but if it's okay on your neck, take your gaze away from your knees towards your right thumb. Try to find a place that you can kind of soften into. And allow every inhale and exhale to take you a bit deeper into this pose. Good. One more inhale. Exhale your knees through center. Drop them over to the right. Gaze where your neck feels best. And remember to stay with the rhythm of your breath, that slow, steady rhythm of breath we started at the beginning of class. A slow inhale in, a slower exhale out. One more inhale here. Exhale, bring your knees back to center. Give them a little squeeze. And then you can stay with knees to chest, or you can take a happy baby. So for happy baby, grab for the sides of the feet with your hands. Pull your hips down in the direction of the mat. And you can continue to add that movement, either with knees to chest or happy baby. But this is your last opportunity to give your low back a little love. So I would definitely explore movement here. Good. Now you're going to release either your feet in your knee or your knees and let your legs go long. And we're going to come into our final pose, our rest pose. Take a moment to shift your hair, your body, your clothes. Get as comfortable as you can in this position. So for some of us, that's legs long. But if it's more forgiving on your low back, bend your knees and bring your feet flat. Return to your natural and spontaneous breath. The breath that enters and leaves your body without any effort. So there's no need to keep a rhythm to your breath now. It's just natural. Feel how your mat and the floor support you. The back of your head presses down into the mat. Feel the weight of your shoulders underneath you. Feel the weight of your glute muscles. And feel your heels press down into the floor. You are supported. What can you soften? What can you let go of? No, if you have more time to devote to rest pose, I recommend another 5 to 10 minutes. If you're ready to be guided out, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Sway your head from side to side. And then bring your knees into your chest so you can roll over to your left or your right side and pause. Use the strength of your top arm to press up to a seat. And as you come up to seated, bring the palms of your hands together, press your thumbs into your sternum, and feel your heart beat underneath your thumbs. I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening, and I hope to see you again next week. Take care.